Matthew's message, July 2, 2014. With loving greetings from all souls at this station, this is Matthew. Many who cited situations in the Mideast, Ukraine, Hong Kong, and some countries in Africa, Eastern Europe, and Latin America expressed concerns similar to this excerpt from one reader's email. So where is all of this new light and energy that is supposed to be hitting the earth and changing everything? I just find things getting worse and worse. The light is changing everything that isn't serving the best interests of Earth and her light-receptive residents, and what appears to be getting worse and worse is many generations of conflicting ideologies at boiling point. Everyone is being affected positively or negatively by the ever-increasing light and everything going on within individuals, which is what determines their reactions to happenings, is the natural result of heightened vibrations. As light continues to pour in and light workers on the planet keep generating more, gradually the boil will ebb to a simmer and ultimately to still waters. At the stage of global activity, however, there is tumultuous disagreement, and worries abound about what next will be reported on the news. Your world is awash in information, but the majority of the populace has no idea whatsoever about pre-birth agreements and soul contracts, the dark and light forces, the purpose of karma and multiple lifetimes, or the importance of balance. They don't know that their ancestors are from other civilizations, massive assistance is being given by extraterrestrials, or wild storms, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions are Earth's ways of ridding herself of negativity. They don't know that she has been on an ascension course for more than 7 decades, or that the speed and scope of planetary changes are unprecedented in this universe, and they know nothing about Earth's golden age. You do know all of that, and much more. Please don't think we expect you to remember everything we have said in 10 years of messages. We don't, not by any means, but you are the beacons of encouragement, enthusiasm, and confidence about your world's future, and we urge you to please be mindful of the most cogent information we have offered. Science and spirit are one and the same, the love-light energy of Creator from which everything in this universe is created, and the following principles underlie all creations. Love, which is the same energy as light and the essence of all souls, is the most powerful force in the cosmos. Love light is the key to resolving all conflicts and feeling peace within. June 2, 2014. Love starts with self, with living so that loving self is as natural as breathing. Only then can you give and receive love. Love is contagious, unlimited, omnipresent. It is what changes bleakness of spirit into fullness of spirit, illness into health, lack into prosperity. It is the absence of love that breeds all the woes of your world, and it is filling the void with love that will cure the woes. This is not asking you to love what brings misery and deprivation and harm. It is asking you to simply feel love so you can send forth that energy. It will seek its way to the void. Excerpt from God's Message, July 4, 2013. The energy momentum keeps strengthening the forcefulness of all thoughts and feelings, so we repeat our guidance to not think of needful conditions with a heavy heart. Instead, envision Earth within golden white light, so this image and your desire for benevolent changes go out into the universe and return with additional light. January 5, 2014. Via the universal law of attraction that's in perpetual operation, the low vibrations of negative feelings and thoughts are helping to continue what you want to end. June 2, 2014. Souls in desperate circumstances are experiencing what they chose to complete third-density karmic lessons and evolve spiritually and consciously, and your society can rally as one to uplift the lives of those who are suffering. Your steadfastness in the light is undergirding the move toward that rally, and light beam to Earth from other civilizations is aiding your endeavors to transform your world. April 2, 2014. Our overall guidance in every area where betterment is needed is, know your God self and live your light. Knowing that love light, the most powerful energy in the cosmos, is the ingredient of souls and the basis on which soul contracts are made is part of spiritual clarity, and expanding that clarity is the purpose of all physical lifetimes of every soul. the speed at which awareness is available and the scope of enlightenment being offered to your civilization at this time is unique in this universe. June 11, 2011. Beloved family, by living in accordance with these principles, these universal laws, you manifest what you want in your life, evolve spiritually and consciously, and speed your society's pace in co-creating the grandness of Earth's golden age. This leads to our addressing the numerous queries that can be summed up thusly: how can this be the golden age with darkness still in control? Darkness is not in control, and again we refer to previously offered information because it is the case now as much as when originally stated. First we say, everything going on in your world is in response to the ever-increasing vibrations, and along with evident progress, you are seeing the remnants of what naturally follows the departure of darkness. Free from that shroud of negativity, individuals no longer are acting under its ponderous influence, but rather in line with deeply rooted religious, political or philosophical convictions, and occasionally from deranged mental functioning that is intensified by the prevailing vibrations. June 2, 2014. Divisiveness over the most serious issues affecting your society will continue until the light becomes so strong that extreme stances no longer can deter constructive steps toward peaceful resolution. Rational discussions underway, and those that will begin may bog down from time to time, but overall they will gain momentum. And what you call common sense, which still is not common to all, eventually will emerge in situations that in this moment are static or volatile. February 3, 2014. Millions are taking bold steps and bringing about positive change all the way from small communities to international movements. Expansion of the light that is permeating hearts and minds throughout the world cannot be stopped. Please do not think that only the ones in leadership positions are important. Every soul is essential, and simply by radiating your own light, each of you is contributing to the transformation of your world. January 27, 2008. The dawn of a new era in any civilization is imperceptible even to the comparatively few who may know about it. Yet, the civilization is responsible for manifesting the new era through the energy of focused thoughts and feelings. And, the positive part of prevailing vibrations is the growing awareness that something of great significance is afoot. A year ago there wasn't even a thought in most minds that perhaps turmoil is a necessary prelude to a better world for all. Now, awakening souls, and millions are responding to this effect of vibratory levels, sense that possibly even grave-appearing situations may have good outcomes. As May evolves into shall, within collective thoughts and feelings, you will see more and more evidence in linear time of the Golden Age marvels that already you have co-created in the continuum. Numerous readers have asked about their native countries, and the questions start: when will corrupt or tyrannical leaders be replaced by individuals with moral and spiritual integrity? The economy improve? Persecution of peaceful protesters end? Fighting stop? Refugees return home? Desperate poverty be relieved? Dear ones, if we could tell you when, we would do so joyously. Activity on all of those fronts is rife in Earth's energy field of potential, and because there are proponents and opponents in all of those situations, the energy streamers cannot proceed in straight lines. In this moment, they are zigzagging all over as one side gains, then loses the lead as the other side gathers strength. The back and forth motion will come to an end when the energy of souls whose objectives are light-filled achieves unstoppable momentum toward a peaceful, kind, and just world with abundance for all. A reader asked us to explain the misogynistic attitude against women around the world at a time when the female energy is rising. Is it rising? Yes, indeed it is rising, but let us start at the beginning. For millennia, the low vibrations of masculine energy that dominated your world influenced men to feel superior to women, and influenced women to accept their lower position. Although a few braved public opinion and railed against being barred from voting, higher education, and professional careers, the others simply accepted the status to which society relegated them. When the entry of feminine, or goddess energy started diluting the masculine, it brought the long-standing gender imbalance to the forefront, and attitudes about respective roles began to change. Women obtained university degrees, entered politics and other fields formerly the province of men, were promoted to management positions, became entrepreneurs, and successfully handled parenting and working. Men became much more involved in the rearing of children, and some became stay-at-home fathers. Yes, inequities still exist, such as greatly fewer numbers of women than men influencing corporate and political decisions, salary and wage scales, church leadership, and birth control regulations, but as sufficient light reaches those and other discriminatory areas, they will be brought into balance. In cultures where women are considered possessions, where the denial of rights is much more severe and deeply entrenched, change is coming much more slowly, and here another reader's questions are pertinent. What of the extremist beliefs that are manifesting within Islam? What of the suppression of women in some Islamic societies and the endless rape of women in India? Are all these manifestations destined in the next decade or so to disappear? Those actions being attributed to Islam are not tenets of that faith as originally inspired, rather, radical elements have been distorting the religion to justify personal convictions and actions that are based on what they've been taught to believe. Just as extremism in other religions will disappear as the light keeps intensifying, so it will be with Islam. Rape is the brutal act of weak men who need to prove to themselves that they are in control. Envisioning light surrounding your world will hasten the opening of minds and hearts so that cruel, unjust treatment of women and girls can cease. A teacher in a high-poverty area has requested our ideas about how to present to the school district ways to better serve the needs of children who experience traumatic conditions in their homes and neighborhoods. There is no across-the-board way to meet those needs. Each child is affected uniquely even when the sad results of impoverishment are similar. A wise and caring society pools its resources to provide its children with nurturing and other preparation they need to become responsible adults. We are happy to offer the suggestion that the school principals meet with some parents and ask what services they feel will be most helpful. Based on that input and with the aid of selected teachers, the principals formulate a comprehensive plan that can include, for instance, tutoring in studies, child care facilities, part-time jobs for older students, lessons not available in schools, individual and group counseling, physical exams, dental services, rooms where family gatherings can be held, recreational facilities, veterinary care, transportation, tickets to special events, trips to museums and art galleries, provision of food and clothing, Big Brother and Big Sister activities, construction and repair services, vehicle maintenance, financial donations. The principals present the final plan to the mayor and city council, civic associations, sports groups, churches, libraries, store owners, restaurants, bankers, artists and musicians, technicians, mechanics, police, communication specialists, attorneys, healthcare providers, all organizations and individuals who have the capabilities. There is no limit to what a community can do for their children in needful circumstances when genuine caring undergirds combined efforts. We take no credit for that suggestion. Similar kinds of coordinated action are achieving heartwarming success in numerous localities, and the light sent forth by the people who give and those who receive is immeasurable. Speaking as Matthew now, I could have given my mother the idea to send only to the teacher who requested it. I didn't, dear ones, because you are the members of civic organizations, medical clinics, churches, or councils, the shopkeepers, mechanics, truck and bus drivers, attorneys, artists, teachers, doctors, coaches, carpenters, cooks. You are the ones whose collective contributions will give your community's children opportunities to reach their potential and become tomorrow's responsible adults. Every one of you is loved unconditionally, and myriad light beings are with you every step along your pathway. Love and peace. Channeled by Suzanne Ward. www.matthewbooks.com